Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to export your course content for the year, where to save it, and how to then upload it when it's time to create your new courses in the fall. So here I am going to go to my course card. I'm going to click on it. You can see that I have my course active. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Settings, and I'm going to go here on the right-hand side to where it says Export Course Content. I'm going to click on that link, and then I'm going to create an export. Depending on how large your class is, it might take some time for the process to occur. Also, it depends on internet speed as well. You can leave the page and do other things. If you are exporting a full year course, it might take a while. You'll get an email when the export is complete so that you know you can go back in and download it. Once you get that email, you're going to want to come back to the export page where we are right now so that you can download the export. Okay. Once you get the email or once it's done, you will see a link that says New Export. Click on that link and it will automatically download to your computer wherever your downloads go. So you can see it automatically started downloading in Chrome, and on pretty much any computer, whether it's a Mac, a PC, or a Chromebook, if you go to your native or your storage that is directly a part of your computer. So in the case of a Mac, I would go to the Finder. If I was going to a PC or if I was going to a Chromebook, I would go to the Files folder. In my Chromebook, I would go to, I believe it's Downloads in a PC as well. So here I am in my Finder and I have all of my folder options down the left-hand side, and I can see right here that I have Downloads. So I'm going to choose Downloads, and there's my export. So I can leave it here. I can leave it on my computer and leave it in Downloads. There are a couple other things that I can do. Let's say I want to use a thumb drive or a USB drive. So right here is my external drive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the file and I'm just going to drag it to that external drive, and I'm going to save it there. So if I click on and now you can see it's copying to my thumb drive. A couple other places I can copy it to is Google Drive. So I'm going to go into my Google Drive. I'm going to go to the New button. I'm going to choose File Upload. And then as you can see, it automatically defaults to downloads. There is my export package from Canvas. I'm going to choose that and click Open. And you can see here in the bottom right-hand corner, it is saving to my Google Drive. When it's finished, there will be a check mark right here telling me that it's been finished. If we go back to the external drive and I open it, I can now see that it is saved. So I can save it on my desk, on my actual computer in my downloads folder. I can save it to a thumb drive, and I can save it to Google Drive, which it's still saving. And one thing that I want to mention when you save it in all of these other places, you cannot open this file from a thumb drive, from your Google Drive, or from your desktop, or from your computer. This file only works within Canvas. So really what you're doing is you're simply saving the file so you don't lose it. You can't open it and work in it anywhere else but Canvas. So let's say that you would like to make sure that everything has been saved and you also want to work on it throughout the summer so that it's ready to go come fall, and then you can just import it back into your course. So I'm going to show you how to import now your export into your Sandbox so that you know that it is safe and sound and that you can also work on it. So I'm going to go to my dashboard and I'm going to go to my course shell course card. I don't have anything in here, so this is where I'm going to bring my export into. I'm going to import it into this so that I know everything imported and I know everything's in one piece. I also know everything's in one place. And if I want to actually work on it over the summer, this is where I'll do that. Now, keep in mind, if you make any changes in your Sandbox to your course over the summer, you're going to want to export from that instead of the files you saved in multiple locations. You're going to want to make sure that the export that you import into your new courses for the fall are your most updated one wherever you did that work. So now I'm in my course shell and I'm going to choose import existing content. I'm going to click the drop down arrow and I'm going to choose Canvas course export package. This is always what I want to choose when I am importing one Canvas course to another. I'm going to choose the file and here it goes straight to my downloads and there is what I exported. I'm going to choose all content. You can also choose to select specific content, and I'll show you how that works in a minute. I'm going to choose all content. I'm going to choose adjust events and due dates, and I'm going to choose to remove the due dates altogether so that I can adjust as I want to. If I leave due dates intact, I'm not going to be able to access assignments as they're tied to closed grading periods. So make sure you remove due dates. If you don't remove them, then you're going to have to contact the district Canvas administrator, in which case right now that is me, and you're going to have me remove those dates for you. You won't be able to remove those dates if you don't do it here in the import. So I'm going to choose import. And the first thing that'll happen is it will upload. And this may take a while depending on how large the file is and depending on how fast your internet is. Now, this is one thing though that you cannot leave. You can't leave an import page in the middle of the import. You have to make sure that you stay here. An export you can leave and go do other things. The import you cannot. The import you have to stay on the page and wait for it to complete. Okay, now that it's complete, it is now listed down here in current jobs and is queued, which means it will start to upload hopefully soon. And now it's running. And again, it depends on how large the file is as to how long it takes to run. I will say it does take a little bit longer to run when you do remove the due dates. So that is one thing to consider. But again, you have to remove them if you want to be able to use any of the assignments that you did this year in next year's courses. Now you'll see it's completed with one issue. And that issue is that there is an external tool that I've used that can't be used unless I relink it. I do want to mention that because this was a test import, there were no due dates already attached. So you will see here probably however many issues related to however many assignments you have. So for example, when I did my Right Start to College course at the time, I had 70 issues. And what those issues were, if I clicked on them, were simply that Sync to Sys could not be checked because there was no due date. So because you remove the due dates, you will see that message and you will see a lot of issues, but they are all most likely surrounding the fact that you removed the due dates. So now once I go back to my home page, I can see that my course is completely set up the way my original course card was. So that is how you export your course content, save it, and then import it into your Sandbox in order to work on over the summer. That same import process that we just did is what you will do when it's time to import that content into your actual courses that are linked through Sapphire in the fall. As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Thanks for watching.